This is one question that will pose a challenge to many students and even teachers who teach mathematics. Now, this is equations involving indices. Now, we are asked to solve 4 raised to power x minus 2 equal to 40. Now, what is an easy step to solving this question? Well, before I go straight into the solution, welcome to Ben's Maths Lab. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like the video, share, and if there's any question, use the comment section and I'll respond as soon as possible. If you also want me to teach a topic in math, please put it there in the comment section and I will do that. Now let's get straight into business. Now, when it comes to solving equations with indices, it is quite easy if the base can be expressed to the same um, base. In this case, the base here is 4. Now, it is possible for me to express this so that it becomes 2 as its base. 2 raised to the power 2, which is 4. So the base for this can still be something like this. 2 raised to the power 2, and then open bracket, x minus 2. But what about the 40? We cannot express 40 so that the base is 2, just as we did with the left-hand side of the equation. When you have an equation with indices of this sort that you cannot express both base to be in the same base, you introduce logarithm. So this is going to be log, and the logarithm you're introducing is to base 10. So it's going to be log 4 raised to the power x minus 2. You also introduce it to the right side of the equation, log 40. Now remember the laws of logarithm. It's possible for you to take the base to the side, and so it becomes x minus 2 log 4 equal to log 40. Now with this, you have passed one of the hustles in the solutions to this problem. Please recall that this x minus 2 will be placed in brackets, please. If you don't, it will look as if it is x minus 2 log 4, which is not the case. So since the x minus 2 is the power and you're bringing it to the side, then use a bracket, please, to enclose it so that you are not confused. Now, what is the next step? You see, x minus 2 can be on its own, and you divide both sides by log 4. And so you have log 40 divide log 4. This is the same thing as you can decide to take the minus 2 to your right hand side of the equation, so they become positive 2 plus log 40 divide log 4. The next challenge we'll have now is to simplify log 40 divide log 4. And this is the same thing as plus log 4 in brackets multiply 10 divide log 4. And this can be expressed as 2, this is 2, this 2, plus log 4 divide log 4. And in logarithm, multiplication is addition. So log 10, we're separating it, and also divide log 4, because both have log 4 as its denominator. Now with this, you can cancel out, and when you do, your x is 2 plus 1 plus log 10 divide log 4, which gives you 3 plus log 10 divide log 4. Now, this is where it may seems to be very challenging, but it's not. So what do we do in this situation? So simply divide log 10 by log 4. If you do that using your calculator, log 10 divide log 4, you're going to have 1.66. And this will be 3 plus 1.66, which is 4.66. Now, this is the solution to the question. That's the value for x. You can always check if your answer is correct by substituting the value of x into the given equation. Now, this is check 4 raised to power x minus 2 equal to 40. So what I'm going to do is to substitute the value of x, which is 4.66 minus 2 equals to 40. And that will give me 4.66 minus 2, 2.66. And if you find out using your calculator the value of 4 raised to power 2.66, it's approximately 40. That's the end of the solution to the question. Now here's another equation involving indices. You have to solve 4 raised to power x plus 2 raised to power x minus 20 equal to 0. Now, what do? First step is to write 4 raised to power x to base 2. So it becomes 2 raised to power 2x plus 2 raised to power x minus 20 equal to 0. Now, 2 raised to power 2, it's 4, and that's the raised to power x there. I can rewrite this as 2 raised to power x, and let the 2 be outside the bracket, plus 2 raised to power x minus 20 equals to 0. The reason why I did it that way is so that this looks exactly like this second term in the equation. 2 raised to power x, 2 raised to power x. Now, I can decide to solve this question like this. As a math teacher, it won't be a problem. But for you students, you may be confused as regards what I did. So what I would do to make this solution easier for me is to say, let 2 raised to power x be equal to y. So this way, it's easier for me to solve now. So wherever I see 2 raised to power x, I'm going to put y there. So this is y raised to power 2 plus y minus 20 equal to 0. So you could see that the equation has become a quadratic equation. Actually, at this stage, it was a quadratic equation, but you will not know until you write it in this form because this is the form you're familiar with. Now, it's easier to solve this quadratic equation at the end, making it easier for you to get the value of your x. So you recall how to solve quadratic equation? You multiply the y square and the minus 20. So that you're going to have minus 20y squared. You look for two terms that when you multiply them, you're going to get minus 20y squared. And when you add them, this is it. If you multiply this, you get minus 20. And if you add them, you're going to get plus y, which is the middle term. So the two terms I'm looking for is 5y and minus 4y. This will give you y. This will give you minus 20y squared, which is actually what you're looking for. So This is y squared. In place of this y, it will be plus 5y minus 4y minus 20 equal to 0. Let's factorize. You group the first two together, and you group the last two terms together. What is the common factor here? Highest common factor is y plus 5. That's the factorization, subtraction, the minus minus. What's the highest common factor here? It's 4. You open a bracket, and this is y plus 5. So you see what you have in this first bracket must be what you have in this second bracket to complete the factorization process. And after doing that, you can take one of them away, one of the brackets. So this is y minus 4, this y minus 4, and pick the second bracket, y plus 5 equal to 0. So in this case, y minus 4 is equal to 0, or y plus 5 is equal to 0. The value for y is 4 when minus 4 moves to your right hand side of the equation, or the value for y is minus 5 when positive 5 moves to your right hand side of the equation. So those are the values for y, but we are not through with our solution. Now remember, we represented 2x, 2 raised to power x rather, to be equals to y. So if y is 4, then 2 raised to power x will be equals to 4. And 2 raised to power x will be equals to 2 raised to power 2. You equate the powers. So divide the base, and x is equal to 2. But now we cannot represent it when y is equals to minus 5. So this will be left out. So therefore, our solution to the question is x is equals to 2. Remember, it's an equation, so you're looking for the value for x. So since y is minus 5 here, we cannot use it to solve the base of this equation. We're going to leave it out and just pick the first value, which is y equals to 4. So the final solution is when you put the value of y, which is 4, and you solve the indices, x will give you 2. X is equals to 2, and that's the value. So you would say that solving equations involving with indices is not difficult. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to Ben Maths Lab, like the video, share, and put your comment in the using the comment section. I want to get your feedback. Please tell me how you feel about the video.